markets are down, everything's on sale. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but this is just the way that it goes. Is it time to step in?
It is. Market timing is something that can never be reliably predicted.
Yeah, when everything's down, now is the time to put stuff in, right?
Possibly,
Okay.
if it's the right plan for you. But the main takeaway is that none of us expected this coming into 2022.
Okay.
If you can build a list for me of your economists and your news articles that predicted that the Ukraine-Russia war was going to start, or that we were going to hit 40-year inflation highs, or any of that, I'd love to hear who those people are, and then tell me if each one of them predicted what was going to happen. So it can never be reliably timed, in my opinion.
Can't time the market.
And don't think you're smarter than it, is what I was trying to get at.
Okay. So when you sit down with people that have ideas such as the one that I shared with you, how do you coach them through that process?
We don't want to focus on current events. So at iWealth, instead of focusing on current events and what's going on in the market today, what we really want to do is sit down and get a long-term plan developed. That way we can execute based on those plans, and not sometimes the Armageddon that you're witnessing on TV or on your news site that loves to show the red bars.
Yeah, when it comes to what's actually happening at any given moment.
How do they get you to click on the ad that generates revenue for their business by showing you those really red numbers? That way you'll click on that and go. But as long as you have developed or sat down with someone and reviewed a long-term plan and your long-term goals, then you can really focus on that and put that current market events to the side. Because like I said, no one predicted that an energy crisis might happen in Europe, or the Russia-Ukraine war. How long is this going to last? Those economists don't expect that.
Yeah, and the way to insulate yourself against that is to
develop that long-term plan. Back to that is 100% go back to reviewing, making sure that you're diversified, make sure you have a diversified portfolio. I mean, if you look at stocks this year, you're down 25% if you're 100% invested in those. You can add some things like commodities to help hedge inflation. You can add treasury securities with inflation protection. All those things help you navigate through difficult times like we've had this year.
There we go. Well, hopefully that's a little bit helpful to those of you guys that are out here. And if somebody wants to sit down and visit with you, talk me through that process. So they just give you a call and then
just visit? I mean, reach out to iWealth and we can set up a once again, no cost meeting. But a lot of that first meeting is we don't talk about what's going on right now. What's happening in the market today should be irrelevant to you. It should be based on those long-term goals and developing a plan. Are you near retirement? Do you need to develop an income strategy? How much of that income do you want to be guaranteed?
Yeah.
We'll take a look at Social Security. A lot of people have no idea what they're going to actually receive from their Social Security or their pension. And what we can do is sit down and kind of learn what's important about you and who you are, and then start to dig into the weeds a little bit on some of the income stuff.
What I like about this is it's things that I can actually change, right? Versus the rest of it is external. I have no idea what's happening. I can't actually change a war in Ukraine, right? That's outside of my control. But the things that you're actually suggesting are all things of where do you want to go and what are your goals and that's all stuff that I can actually change. So this is a good insight.
That's exactly right, Matt. I mean, all of those are external things. You can't decide what Putin's going to do. Maybe you can move to Russia and hopefully vote for someone different. but not very realistic.
There you go. All right. Well, we will see you back here next time on the iWealth podcast.